Falcon 9's in startup.
There's that call out. Falcon 9 is in startup. Now we're waiting for the final go for launch in a few seconds here.
Falcon, Starlink, LD is go for launch.
And there is that call out that we are go for launch. So at T-minus 30 seconds, all systems are go for launch. So let's listen into the terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 takes our stack of Starlink satellites into orbit.
T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff.
Stage 1 chamber pressures are nominal.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
At T plus 40 seconds into flight, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off
Telemetry are nominal.
from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying our stack of Starlink satellites to orbit. Now we are throttling down that first stage in preparation for Max Q. Max Q stands for, and there's that call out for Max Q. This is the largest structural load that the vehicle sees. Now, coming up in about a minute, we'll have 3 events happening within seconds of each other. That'll be main engine cutoff, or MECO, stage separation, and SES1, or second engine start 1. Now, MECO is where all 9 of the M1D engines shut down, and that slows the vehicle down in preparation.
Vehicle is following a nominal trajectory.
That slows the vehicle down in preparation for the second event, stage separation.
MVAC engine chill has begun.
And stage separation is where the first stage separates from the second stage. First stage will make its way back to Earth, while second stage continues on its journey with SES1, or second engine start 1. And that's where we light up the MVAC engine, and it will propel the second stage along with the Starlink satellites to orbit. And we're just under 30 seconds away from those 3 events. Again, that is MECO, stage separation, and SES1. We've got a really cool view of the first stage and those 9 Merlin 1D engines burning bright.
Stage separation confirmed.
And there you saw MECO and stage separation. On your left-hand screen is the first stage, with the right-hand screen being the second stage. And you can see SES1, that MVAC engine is now glowing bright red there. And in a few seconds from now, we should have fairing deploy.
Separation confirmed.
And there you can see on your right-hand screen, the fairing has deployed. As a reminder, we will be attempting to recover the fairing halves today with our recovery ships, Miss Tree and Miss Chief. Now, as stage 2 heads towards its targeted drop-off orbit, stage 1 will execute 2 burns in order to make its way back to Earth. The first burn is the entry burn, and that's where 3 of the 9 Merlin 1D engines will reignite, and that'll help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters back into the Earth's atmosphere. The second burn for the first stage, second and final burn, is the landing burn. And this is where a single engine will reignite, and that slows the vehicle down rapidly in order to touch down on that drone ship. Again, we are attempting to land on Of Course I Still Love You, and this will be the 6th attempt for this booster.
Acquisition of signal Bermuda.
Now on your screen is a live view of that second stage. This is the Merlin vacuum engine. This engine has about 220,500 pounds of thrust in a vacuum. We're just under a minute and a half away from the entry burn on the first stage. Again, the first stage will perform 2 burns. It will be the entry burn and the landing burn. And then just 20 seconds or so after that landing burn has concluded, the second stage will have SECO 1, or second engine cutoff 1. Stage 2 is still on a nominal trajectory. This is carrying our Starlink satellites to their targeted orbit. And we are just about 30 seconds away, or under 30 seconds away, from that entry burn starting up on the first stage. The entry burn will last about 20 seconds long. Again, it will be 3 of the 9 engines reigniting.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Stage 1 engine burn started.
And there you can see on your left-hand screen as that view lights up, those 3 engines are burning bright, helping to slow the vehicle down as it enters back into the Earth's atmosphere.
Stage 1 engine burn shut down.
Did have a call out for entry burn conclusion. Stage 2 is still looking nominal. Just under 30 seconds away from the landing burn beginning on the first stage. And we are attempting to land on Of Course I Still Love You for the 6th time for this booster. Got a live view from the drone ship on your left-hand side.
Yeah, you better get out, birdies. About a spaceship gonna fucking land on your ass.
Little bright glow. No longer see a flame there. Right-hand screen, stage 2 is still looking nominal.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
And it does look like we did not land our booster on Of Course I Still Love You tonight. It is unfortunate that we did not recover this booster, but our second stage is still on a nominal trajectory. And there's that call out for SECO, as I mentioned earlier. That is second engine cutoff 1. Again, we are doing 2 burns for this MVAC engine.
Nominal insertion orbit.
And there's that.
Signal and Cape.
There's that call out for a good orbit. So now stage 2 is going to coast in this orbit for the next 35 minutes or so. So we'll see you back here at T plus 45 minutes for a second stage relay.